Hello there and welcome to this week's episode of Eye on Ports. This program is proudly brought to you by West Blue Consulting, World Company Limited, Ghana Revenue Authority and the Ghana Community Network Services. Our proud media partner is the Business and Financial Times. In this edition of the program, folks, the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority last week issued a statement on the clearance of auction goods at the ports. Also, the Inspector General of Police issued a directive on how to check indiscipline among officers. The Ghana Revenue Authority has directed that, with immediate effect, all vehicles and goods cleared at the port for auction will be sold twice the duties payable with additional 50% of the value of the goods. The directive also said where the original owner of the asset becomes the beneficiary of the auction, the reserve price will be twice the duties payable only. The statement, which was issued on Wednesday, 16th October 2019 and signed by the Acting Commissioner of Customs, Colonel Kojo Damwa, also said the ratio of distribution of auction cars is now 70% to the general public and 30% to the confiscated assets committee. The statement also gave up to the 31st of October for beneficiaries of auction goods to make payments for clearance or the goods will be forfeited. These new directives, according to the statement, are to take immediate effect and will apply to all new auction sales and allocations.
Numerous complaints against police indiscipline during traffic duties, highway patrols and barrier duties, among others, have forced the Inspector General of Police, James Opombuenu, to issue new directives to check the unprofessional conduct of some officers. The directives, which are to be implemented with immediate effect, are as follows. All highway patrol, traffic, barriers, snap checks, etc. would be under the supervision of a senior police officer at the duty point where they are assigned. A special task force has been instituted to conduct periodic checks on roads by interviewing drivers, passengers and other road users to collect further information on allegation of such unprofessional conduct by police officers. The senior police officers supervising such duties would make themselves readily accessible to the public in order to receive complaints relating to extortion, deliberate delays of motorists and the use of uncivil language, as well as publicly making political statements that have the propensity to compromise their neutrality as officers. To ensure police accountability, especially on the highways, special phone numbers would be announced to enable the public to send videos of police misconduct, pictures, WhatsApp text messages, among others, on police unprofessional conduct, as well as exemplary ones for others to emulate. The police administration has appealed to the public to give maximum cooperation as far as this exercise is concerned and wish to assure the public that such complaints, when received, would be expeditiously dealt with.
Meanwhile, some experts reacted to the various directives in the following report.
The Commissioner of Customs of the Ghana Revenue Authority on 16th October 2019 issued a directive which renders all cars and goods to be auctioned at twice the duties payable and 50% of the value of the goods. The directive also indicated that where the owner of the asset becomes the beneficiary of the auction, the reserve price will be twice the duties payable only. Reacting to the new directive, a former Commissioner of Customs, Wallace Akondo, revealed that the return to prioritize auctions as against allocations of uncleared cargo is a good directive and will be beneficial to the public.
I think that's a good directive. For as long as the public will be the beneficiaries, I think that is good.
The former Commissioner of Customs, however, called for a lot more clarity on some aspects of the directive that seem to lay down a formula for calculating duties payable on auction goods.
So therefore, these new directives that are coming, as you are saying, we need to get the details of it so that we can look at how it's going to be.
The president of the Ghana Institute of Freight Forwarders, Kwabna Ofosu-Appiah, supported a call to have further explanations on the directives for more clarity. He opined that with the reserve price of auctions known, buyers will be reluctant to raise their bid, which according to him defeats the concept of auctioning in the first place.
The trader has a certain challenge for which this situation has even arisen. Okay, so if you want to lift off a certain burden, it must be seen that you are lifting off the burden. But I just hope and pray that we will get the details of this. Otherwise, we confuse reserve price with opening bid, because once the reserve price is known, who is going to up the bid?
A former president of the Ghana Institute of Freight Forwarders, Joseph Agbaga, expressed worry over how the value of auction goods will be determined, upon which the 50% will be computed.
If on this case, and you've just said 50% or 100% of the amount, then I just want to know what
amount are we talking about?
What amount? What is the method that we are going to use to arrive at that value that is.
In a related development, the Inspector General of Police, James Opon-Buenu, has also issued new directives that intend to check unprofessional police misconduct in the country. Police officers have been ordered to dissociate themselves from all forms of harassment on Ghanaian roads, which is good news for the Ghanaian transit trade, which has been saddled by police harassment on transit truck drivers who ply the Ghanaian transit corridor. And although several efforts have been initially put in place by the joint cooperation of the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, the Ghana Shippers Authority, and Borderless Alliance to eliminate the practice, the phenomenon is still reported to persist. The president of the Ghana Institute of Freight Forwarders, Kwabena Ofosu-Appiah, said the new directive to check police indiscipline is admirable, but feared that, like many other past interventions, its impact will dissipate over time. He called for a robust mechanism to ensure that enforceability of such directives lead to the desired results.
Over time, what level of introspection has been done? What mechanism is in place for constant evaluation? Otherwise, we just heighten a certain situation at a certain point in time, and then it fizzles out. I mean, it's been happening.
So let us now shift our attention to some major issues of tackling some miscreants who parade themselves as clearing agents and duping members of the unsuspecting public.
An importer by name Inshira walked into the offices of Iron Port and reported that he handed over an amount of approximately 84,000 Ghana cedis to a clearing agent, one Eric Senyo Labi, to help him clear his truck meant for drilling boreholes.
India na mi nim no kura awo India hono agent ne gi iska no oye adwuma ni na correct ade wu mo awo ya Ghana ni ade na bedu ha ya ade no keke mame no na wo play hide and seek.
According to him, since handing over the money to the agent, he absconded with the money, leaving him to his fate.
The stress is letting me pass through with taking my money and then not seeing you, not picking my call, not doing anything. It's very terrible, boss.
As part of efforts to get to the bottom of this issue, a number of freight forwarder associations were contacted to ascertain whether the clearing agent is a member of the associations, but it turned out to be that he is not a member of these associations. Further investigations by the Ghana Institute of Freight Forwarders revealed that the said agent used the company by name Gold Line Logistics to send a declaration to customs without the knowledge of the owner.
He actually had to call about 5 people to even find out who actually even sent the declaration.
The owner of the company was not aware.
No, he wasn't aware.
That is.
After seeing the frustration the importer was going through, a technical committee member of GIF, Kweku Otredako, assisted him to have his truck cleared from the port after the importer went for another loan.
We should just help him get, the car out of the port and then later see whether we can get hold of Senyo to return the money to him.
At the time, the duty to be paid had increased and the marriage and other charges had also gone up, totaling about 102,000 Ghana cedis. Meanwhile, the president of ACHAG, Yao Che, has expressed worry over the activities of unregistered clearing agents and cautioned the public to be wary of them.
I'm sure when you go to the airport, you see them standing somewhere. Can I help you? Can I help you? In Tema, we have them. Can I help you? Can I help you? And some of our importing public also fall prey to these people.
Smile Agbemenu, supervisor in charge of Customs Policy and Programs Department, also said Customs does not open up its electronic platforms to unlicensed agents.
If you allow your platform to be used for the submission of that document, then it means that you have given your consent to that. Will come after you, not that individual anywhere we cannot find.
Clement Boateng, national organizer of GUTA, has also called for an educational drive by all freight forwarder associations to engage their members on the need for them to be professionals in their dealings.
I will blame Mr. Che and his men for not embarking on an educational drive.
To help us access customs house agents or clearing agents, as we may call them, and also deal with the miscreants amongst them, we engaged some experts.
A former commissioner of the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Wallace Akondo, has urged the Customs Division of GRA to increase its prosecution of malfeasant clearing agents, in addition to slapping penalties on them to create sanity within the customs house business.
I think that for people who willfully misconduct themselves, we should, in addition to securing the revenue and the penalties thereon, should also stem up prosecutions.
Wallace Akondo, who was engaged in an Iron Port panel discussion with the current president of GIF, Kwabena Ofosu-Appiah, and a former president of GIF, Joseph Agbaga, on assessing the customs house agents and dealing with the fallout, also urged the ethics committee of the Ghana Institute of Freight Forwarders to enforce its measures to weed out miscreants from legitimate clearing agents.
As an institution, the operators in the industry must help to rein in the good ones and take out the bad ones. I'm happy to know they have a committee on ethics. They should begin to crack the whip on their members that default.
The panel discussion was an effort by Iron Port to come to a solution to the multiple reported cases of imported being cheated or defrauded by some individuals who pose as clearing agents and gradually tarnishing the reputation of the freight forwarder, who in essence is supposed to be the advocate and mediator for the trading public. The president of the Ghana Institute of Freight Forwarders, Kwabena Ofosu-Appiah, cautioned importers to be vigilant in their dealings with clearing agents who would offer flattering deals because, according to him, that is a typical red flag for potential fraud. He revealed that duties are fixed and non-negotiable, so importers should cease to fall to the temptation of bargaining for lower duties.
If the deal sounds too good, be careful. Otherwise, everything is game. Okay. It's unfortunate. And I want to state it emphatically here that nobody can do anything about your duty once it is appropriately determined.
The current president of the freight forwarding body, who admitted to GIF not having done enough to conscientize traders, revealed that there is an amalgamation of the various local freight forwarding associations to form the Joint Committee of Freight Forwarding Associations, which will create more transparency and regulate clearing agents in the country as an effort to sanitize the industry. The president of GIF urged the legislature to support the functioning of the unified associations.
In no time, we are going to come out when we have properly announced it to our members, the modalities, what we want to put in place, even groom it into a council situation where we want the arm of the state, the state to give it a shot in the arm, coming up with possibly an ally to properly streamline the industry.
Also, even though the Ghana Institute of Freight Forwarders indicates that it publishes all freight forwarders in good standing on their websites, it was agreed it is not enough, as not all clearing agents fall among members of GIF. On the public's call for an encompassing list for legitimate clearing agents, the veteran customs official said customs should take up the responsibility of publishing legitimate clearing agents.
I think that we have established a hub, the Ghana Trade Hub, that should be used effectively. All the information, like the total listing of the agents, should be on such hub.
Addressing the statement from the new board chairman of the GRA, Professor Stephen Ade, who lamented that Ghana could be entertaining too many clearing agents, the former president of GIF, Joseph Agbaga, said he does not think quantity should be the focus because freight forwarding is a profession which should be open for all those who qualify. He revealed that the Ghana freight forwarding industry is far advanced than other West African counterparts.
When it comes to internationally, it's Ghana. We have to They have to come to us.
Yeah.
We have to lead them, mentor them before even they were accepted at the theater. It's Ghana.
Addressing whether importers could, as a remedy to the problem of untrustworthy clearing agents, clear goods by themselves, the former commissioner said the customs process is too cumbersome and importers will be met with difficulty when they are allowed to clear goods by themselves.
We'll get there eventually, but as it is now, we are a far way off. Because what is involved in the supply chain and to understand what it is to be able to do it on your own is very difficult.
The president of GIF admitted that WTO agreements, when projected into the future, will render the clearing agents as a non-compulsory entity in the port clearance chain, but cautioned that the task of clearing agents is such a complex one, they are necessary for trade facilitation now and in the future.
The treaty foresees a period of time where the tools will be so sharpened and will be so readily usable that will lend the broker, the trader, to be able to pick up the tool and apply it himself.
He revealed that the Ghana Institute of Freight Forwarders are evolving its curricula to explore other areas of the freight forwarding profession beyond customs house business.
Eye on Port returns after the break.
Here's innovation from Goyle that takes you further. New Goyle Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes have been expertly crafted with the latest in liquid engineering technology, highly advanced for modern engines, prolongs oil change intervals, save you fuel, clean, protect and enhance engine performance. The way engines work has become complex, and Goyle has innovated to stay ahead. Expertly crafted lubricants that work excellently with all petrol and diesel engines of today. New Goyle Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes. Innovation that takes you further. Goyle. Good energy.
Dear valued client, the Ghana Trade Hub mobile app is now live to make it easy to track your consignment and know the estimated duty payable for both general goods and used vehicles. We are pleased to inform you that the Ghana Trade Hub mobile app is available for download on Google Play Store for Android users and the App Store for Apple users. This is the best opportunity for all importers and exporters to know the duty payable on every good under transaction. You can reach the team for inquiries and support by calling +233 242 435 663. Send an email to support@ghanastradinghub.com. To remain updated, kindly follow progress on the following platforms: www.facebook.com/Ghana Trade Hub, www.twitter.com/Ghana Trade Hub, and ghlinkedin.com/in/Ghana Trade Hub. Importers and exporters can download the official Ghana Single Window mobile app, which allows you to track your consignment conveniently and also allows you to obtain your estimated duty for general goods and used vehicles. Please spread the message to everyone importing or exporting. The Ghana Trading Hub mobile app is now live. Download and never be cheated. This is powered by the Smart Ports project under the auspices of the Government of Ghana and the Ghana Revenue Authority. Smart Port, improving Ghana's ease of doing business.
News and activities happening within the ports and maritime industry next. It will be recalled that some few weeks ago at a staff debate, some personnel of the Ghana Revenue Authority lamented about politicians using their influence to secure unwarranted exemptions at the detriment of the state and the taxpayer.
The same people who came in through political appointments have their children as clearing agents who are using exemptions to clear goods. Is that not conflict of interest?
When you are not lucky and you want to behave like a proper custom man, somebody at the port wants to show you where power lies. He says, an importer, I'll move you, and the next day you are moved.
The proclamation from the GRA staff, which caught the attention of the general public, has recently boosted the popularity of a statement made by the new board chairman of GRA, Professor Emeritus Stephen Adey, who has directed customs officials to redirect all supposed protocols or special clearance of goods to his office as part of measures to block revenue leakages. The new board chairman of GRA warned that personnel who allow themselves to be used by persons in government under the popular expression of order from above to evade the payment of duties will be penalized when found culpable.
The government needs money to work, and that any staff who says they have gotten orders from above and do wrong will be disciplined.
Professor Stephen Adey, who made the disclosure during a working visit to the port of Tema, together with the new acting Commissioner General of GRA, Amin Shaddai Owusu-Amwa, and the Commissioner of Customs, Colonel Kojo Damwa, also remarked that persons who abuse exemptions will be made to face the full rigors of the law.
You have gotten one exemption, you want to use it to clear 3 things, it's a thing of the past.
Furthermore, during the tour, which was to enable the team familiarize themselves with activities at the port and how customs officers are discharging their duties, Professor Stephen Adey charged customs officers to work hard and attain the 45 billion Ghana cedis revenue target by December 2019. He said currently an amount of 3.4 billion Ghana cedis needs to be realized from October 2019 to December 2019 to attain the target. He expressed confidence in customs officers whom he described as hardworking and assured that they will be given the needed support to enable them execute their professional mandate.
I was quite impressed with my staff. I believe that we have the men and women who can deliver. They need to be motivated and encouraged and given the tools.
The GRA board chairman, who also led the entourage to the new Tema Port Terminal 3, managed by Meridian Port Services, described the new terminal as magnificent and welcoming.
The International Maritime Hospital, as part of its breast cancer awareness activity this month of October, has partnered Beautiful Beneath, a dealer in lingerie products, to organize a seminar to educate the general public on breast cancer. The seminar, which saw participation from both males and females, centered majorly on inspiring a change in society's attitude towards breast cancer prevention. Men were asked to be supportive of their women's breast health in terms of the breast cancer prevention, and even during treatment should cancer be detected. Early detection was emphasized as key to the cancer prevention, and women were entreated to eschew public stigma surrounding breast cancer and patronize their health by frequenting the hospital to get checked.
Sometimes women, when they find something, they feel embarrassed, they don't want to come to the hospital because they will be judged.
I see.
It doesn't matter the stage you find anything with your breast. You can present, that's what we are there for. Okay. You shouldn't feel embarrassed to tell your partner you are going through something.
Dr. Ya Echan Boateng, family physician specialist at IMaH, said some risk factors such as alcohol abuse and unhealthy eating habits leading to obesity are very avoidable, and urged Ghanaians to live healthier lifestyles.
Men themselves can also get breast cancer, so they should also screen, and that women, they should help their women with their screening. So they should know how to conduct the screening on themselves and on their partners. Yes, they should know how to do it.
On their sisters?
No, on their wives.
The health practitioners called on corporate entities to financially support the sponsorship of women who may unfortunately suffer the fate of the cancer. Dr. Yao Pong, CEO of the International Maritime Hospital, who revealed that the International Maritime Hospital has received massive patronage since its free breast cancer screening exercise, also encouraged more people to take advantage of the International Maritime Hospital facility.
We also have a mammogram, a first-class mammogram here. So for people who may need mammography, they can come to us. It's about probably the only mammogram, function mammogram within the township here.
International port news next.
European ship owners have expressed concern about piracy in the Gulf of Guinea, urging policymakers to undertake concrete action to protect shipping through the region. The latest International Maritime Bureau's Piracy and Armed Robbery report demonstrates that the Gulf of Guinea has become increasingly dangerous for seafarers. In the first 9 months of 2019, the region accounts for 86% of the 49 crew taken hostage and 82% of the 70 crew kidnapped globally. ECSA members outlined a range of measures that could be taken to improve the current situation, including engagement of the EU with the Gulf of Guinea governments in order to find a solution on the ground, an active contribution of EU member states to the maritime security outside the territorial waters, and the Union's support for coastal states on issues such as judicial systems, strengthening of the local coast guards, and promotion of maritime training. However, in a related development, but this time on a global front, the International Maritime Bureau has said in its latest report that the first 9 months of 2019 saw fewer incidents of piracy and armed robbery against ships than the corresponding period of 2018. 119 incidents have been reported to the IMB Piracy Reporting Center in 2019, compared to 156 incidents for the same period in 2018.
Here's innovation from Goyle that takes you further. New Goyle Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes have been expertly crafted with the latest in liquid engineering technology, highly advanced for modern engines, prolongs oil change intervals, save you fuel, clean, protect and enhance engine performance. The way engines work has become complex, and Goyle has innovated to stay ahead. Expertly crafted lubricants that work excellently with all petrol and diesel engines of today. New Goyle Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes. Innovation that takes you further. Goyle. Good energy.
Schedules of vessels in the port, those at anchorage and those expected in the coming week, plus the Bank of Ghana exchange rate next. So that's all for this edition of Eye on Port. Thank you for watching and thanks to the entire crew.